Folks, you might want to put the puppies and kittens to bed. This game is rated M for mature. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey ya guys, it's Ice the Retro Kid, and we're going to review ZombiU exclusively for the Wii U. Hey, wait a second, where's the footage? Give me that, Spike. Hey guys, this is Ice the Retro Kid, and we're going to review ZombiU exclusively for the Nintendo Wii U. This is published by Ubisoft, and it's developed by Ubisoft Montpellier, the same developers that brought you cult classics such as the Rayman series and Beyond Good and Evil. They're taking their turn at the survival horror genre, taken from a first-person view, technically creating a sequel to their old game on the Amstrad CPC. I'm kinda shocked that some of my favorite colleagues haven't reviewed this title. You'd think this would be a no-brainer to review due to being a key third-party launch title. I guess I'll give it a shot myself. This game is the premier third-party launch title for the Wii U, and while Nintendo fans should be proud to claim this game, survival horror fanatics should gush over this game as it totally reminds the industry what survival horror is, while proving games like this could not exist without the presence of the Wii U gamepad. ZombiU takes place in London, England during the fictional second happening of the Black Plague, caused by the Black Prophecy, that is, the end of the world, 2012, appealing to you conspiracy theorists out there. This Black Plague, however, isn't just killing people, it's zombifying them. You play as a survivor who has stumbled upon a safe house where a mysterious voice, known as the Prepper, guides you as a survivor who made it to the safe house, and that's really it, aside from the 3 different endings. The survivors you play as are blank slates. The narrative wrapped around the premise doesn't really break a lot of new ground. What does break new ground is the core immersion you feel from the approach. Less is more is a tactic that ZombiU embraces with its narrative, similar to a fashion reminiscent to Metroid Prime or Bioshock. You are alone, you are isolated, this is what it would be like to have nobody to rely on but yourself. Rarely do you get interactions face to face, and seldom interaction you get while not your tendons.
This is the Prepper. Do you read me? Over. I don't know how the hell you got out of there alive, but I can help you stay that way. There's a shitload of gear past that door, but your exit is back where you came from. Don't you dare go and die on me now.
The campaign has its own share of twists and turns that amplify the experience. The scares are well executed thanks to the imagery and surprise pop-ups from the opposition. The feeling of hopelessness with a lack of resources remains consistently present. The only other voices you might hear in the game are maybe some NPCs that you don't spend too much time with, and the crying voices in radios and letters that are left as their final words before they perish.
This is Jillian, the nursery manager. I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm taking the children down to the basement. The screaming outside is upsetting them, and the cotton wool in their ears isn't enough. I'm sorry. I just, oh please, just get us out of here. Oh God.
This bitter old man speaking to you through your gamepad, who is giving you such cold but insightful advice.
Your neighbor, your friend, your relatives, they're all dead, and those things wearing their faces are not human.
Is your only bit of glimmer, which starts to become ironic in feeling. When your communication breaks up from him in sporadic parts of the game, your scares will be enhanced. It comes to a point where this bucket of bitter flavor feels so sweet at times.
Look on the bright side. You're still here, a survivor, and I'm not going anywhere, no matter how bad it gets.
ZombiU is not your standard first-person shooting experience. Progression is mostly linear, but there is an open world in the similar mechanics of Metroid Prime, progressively letting you access more of the game's overworld by unlocking doors and finding vents. You can find other hideouts on the map to act as save points. Saving can be done by sleeping at the safe house or at other save points. Sleep is actually mandatory in this game, as there are consequences for staying awake too long. Manholes can act as warp zones, letting you speed up your travels. Throughout the game, you're so often given objectives, whether it be as simple as aimlessly finding more supplies to fulfill the Prepper's short-term rationalizing, to long-term objectives like finding a cure for the infected. On your way to completing all of these objectives lies a challenge of zombie slaying, and when I say challenge, I really mean it. With scarce ammo, you'll savor every bullet you can, your standard cricket bat will do the trick, but only after several swings. For good measure, the combat is slower paced. The realism is added with the tedium of defeating your enemies. When it finally goes down, you will feel satisfied. It's not a terrible amount of hits. Hitting dead center or firing off a shot to the head followed by a swing will cause your undead opposition to fall faster. Of course, if you're not too careful, you'll be the one falling. But yet, death is the unique aspect of ZombiU. When you die, the game automatically saves, and you awaken as another survivor at the safe house, but the gadgets and gizmos you had do not respawn with you in roguelike fashion. All your ammunition is with your old survivor who is now a zombie themselves. You have to take them down to retrieve your stuff. Unless by rare occasion you lost a survivor by losing all of your health. The game only remembers one survivor backwards, so don't expect to keep having infinite chances to regain the contents of your old survivor's backpack. There are two difficulty settings, however, normal and chicken. The previously explained was taken from the view of the normal difficulty. Chicken difficulty will soften the zombies and be more lenient with ammo. There is a survivor mode to challenge you on making it through the entire 10-hour campaign with one survivor to get your name on the wall. You bite the dust in this mode just once and the credits roll. Speaking of your backpack, it has limited space to keep contents in, which you have to navigate through on your gamepad. You'll have to stock overflowing loot back at the safe house in the storage. You'll want to do this anyway so your next survivor, if you perish, isn't empty-handed. You'll have to manage and strategize your plans when it comes to your inventory. ZombiU becomes a thesis statement for the Wii U gamepad, not only with easy access inventory, but ZombiU rids of the overanalyzed cliche that even legendary titles like Resident Evil 4 suffer from. In a lot of survival horror games, you can just pause and expect the zombies to just stop in place while you go to your inventory. Here in ZombiU, if you're going through weapon inventory or doing other things like picking locks, you can be attacked right here while you're looking at your Wii U gamepad. So if you need that life-saving shotgun but it's not equipped in your immediate reach, well, imagine in real life how fast you could pull a shotgun out of your backpack while zombies are coming after you. Pausing is actually forbidden for anything except to actually suspend your game. The immersion brought into play with the Wii U gamepad is what makes this experience a gem. On top of those uses for the Wii U gamepad, you can scan or hack objects with it. The map is located on your gamepad, which is good to keep clutter off screen, which cues you in with blips for any movement. Arguably the most immersive feature has to be when you are being spoken through your gamepad. It really is a nice simulation of the communication device your character has in the game. It's like you're in it. You might as well grab yourself a set of earphones, plug them into your gamepad, and complete the immersion to make the artistically horrific sounds more effective. The shooting in this game, for its genre, is okay. It works for what it is. If it were a more run-and-gun shooter or more strong in the multiplayer department, criticisms would be stronger. It would be kinda cool if the ADS for ZombiU were as good as Call of Duty's, because let's face it, the aim-down sight in Call of Duty is just freaking fantastic. I would criticize the lack of Wii remote support, but again, the gamepad really serves as a great excuse. Speaking of multiplayer, there is a multiplayer mode for ZombiU, but it's local only, letting a player with the gamepad drop zombies anywhere and players with the Wii remotes and nunchucks try to survive as long as possible. No online multiplayer isn't enough of a deterrence for what the single player has to offer, as this cult classic will stand on its own adventure. There is actually some online connectivity, however, which lets you leave notes to other players Demon Souls style to help them. But the most standout part of the experience is finding other infected players and turning their failures into your successes by killing their zombified survivors and taking their stuff! It greatly adds social element to your game, and I really loved hearing my friends talk about what they got from me, and I loved telling them what I got from them. Thanks for your stuff, Reynard Fox. Ooh, I hit the jackpot. Look at all this stuff. I'm taking it. I'm gonna be set for life with this game now. There's only two real issues I take with this title. No, it's not the difficulty. I was pretty frustrated at times, but I really wanted to push on. The only bit of unfairness starts to hit in the third act, where occasionally manholes you open start to randomly close. There wasn't a consistent pattern, and I'm not 100% sure it will always happen. I'm aware that the game closes the manholes up at the very end for closure reasons, but something had to have gone wrong in programming. It doesn't help that the third act can include a backtracking marathon depending on how much oversight you had in your playthrough, which is relatively easy, being that missing certain required collectibles is near unavoidable without some hints. It's cryptic, but not really off-putting for those with a hardcore gaming spirit. Tip to all players, get those letters of D as early as possible! Let's see. High difficulty, which leads to lots of deaths. Some cryptic elements that will drive you to Miiverse to communicate with friends for help. Similar in fashion to how the original Legend of Zelda inspired players to communicate amongst each other to create a social experience to overcome challenge. With these old school difficulty tropes, ZombiU earns the label of Nintendo Hard! The second issue can affect anything anywhere. The loading can be lengthy, but that's forgivable. What isn't forgivable is that the next room can be loading while you are getting attacked by zombies. Oh, come on! Just when I was praising this game for realism, well, imagine you have to wait for doors to load in real life. What if you were running late for work or school? What? Oh, come on. I'm running late. I don't want to be tardy. I've been on time every day this year. Come on. Come on, I gotta get out to the car. What if you had to use the bathroom? Oh no, you can't start loading when I have to go to the bathroom. Oh my god, please, I gotta go. Oh god, I'm gonna pee myself. Oh god, I'm gonna have yellow stains in my panties. Oh no, come on, open, come on, load faster, come on! My bladder's gonna explode! Come on, load! Or heck, on the off chance that there actually is a zombie attack and you have to get to a door to escape really, really fast. I gotta escape the zombies, I gotta escape the zombies. Oh god, the door, oh no, the door is locked. Oh no, the zombie! Oh no, I'm out of ammo. Oh,
The zombie's got a spoon! The zombie's got a spoon! Oh god! I got a donut! I got a donut! I got Sonic 2006! Oh god! I'm gonna
You're gonna have to suck it up here and waste some precious ammo protecting yourself while the door loads. Otherwise, you're in for a pretty cheap death. Other than that, ZombiU is a fine specimen of the survival horror genre. As for the visuals, well, I wouldn't call them next-gen visuals, but for this game, the stripped-down atmosphere kinda contributes to less is more. The damaged environment and dark areas did its job telling you that it's near the end of the world. It may come off bad that the only enemies in this game are the infected zombies, so it seems like it has no variety other than how they're dressed. Well, you'd be dead wrong. Some zombies can come in bulletproof vests, some have bulletproof helmets, some have gas tanks strapped to them and explode, and if you think their AI is simplistic, you're dead wrong. They will chase you up ladders, through vents, manholes. You can't just automatically cling to something when they are right next to you. You'll need to close doors, or even barricade them to escape. Or to quote the colorful worded instruction manual, create diversions whenever possible. Bright lights and noise attract these dimwits, so use flares and observe the environment for shit you can blow up. Very funny instruction manual. You mean, like this? So the zombies are anything but bland. Narrow escapes become truly narrow. A pet peeve of mine is when this game is compared to Left 4 Dead. No, don't ever say that. Those two are nothing alike. Left 4 Dead was guns blazing. This is your old-fashioned, slow-paced, nerve-wracking zombie game. We've covered that the game has little voice acting and really all you hear is your survivor's grunts. Any actual monologues spoken are British accented. They're very well done. Music is pretty subtle, or otherwise, it's silent to focus on the atmosphere. The budget was obviously smaller for this game. I think the smaller budget really worked wonders on this title. ZombiU is a rare gem in this industry that defies the status quo. It's the best Wii U exclusive at the time of this recording. Ubisoft, this game needs a sequel. I'm sure it sold well enough considering that approximately 1 out of every 6 Wii U owners own ZombiU, so that has to be a good sign when the install base gets bigger. Games like these are what actually keep making me buy Nintendo consoles. Sure, I stick around for the Marios and Zeldas, but those are formalities for a Nintendo console. What solidifies the experience for me are the Earthbounds, the Beautiful Joes, the Eternal Darknesses, the Baten Kaidoses, Ubisoft's own Beyond Good and Evil. You get the idea. I like it when games shout unique right from the trailer and become against-type games on a Nintendo system. Ubisoft has created an underrated cult classic that covers many areas in spades. It outdoes Nintendo in showing off what the capabilities of the Wii U gamepad can do when it took Nintendo 5 years to utilize the Wii remote to its full potential. In Ubisoft's first take at the genre, not from the norm as a Western publisher, they've outclassed Japanese declining survival horror veterans like Capcom and Konami, embarrassingly on just one go. This is a game that needs to be played by anyone with taste. It has some non-linearity like Metroid Prime. It has the roguelike death style of Demon Souls. It has the old-school conservative weapon management of the original Resident Evil. It throws all these things in a blender. And this is a delicious, gory smoothie you don't want to miss. Do not buy into the yellow journalism surrounding this title. This is not the Red Steel of the Wii U. Difference between that game and this one, I knew Red Steel was a bad game within the first 5 minutes of playing it. I want to play ZombiU another 5 times. If you think it's too difficult, then go play on the chicken difficulty. It's moderately fun that way too. This game gets a 9.2 out of 10, it's amazing. I'm going to debut a concept called the Ice Pick. If I award a game an Ice Pick, this will let you know that I actually have an emotional attachment to the game, because reviewing isn't always something that bleeds emotion, but you'll know it's a personal favorite if I give it the Ice Pick. ZombiU gets an Ice Pick from me. Sure, it's not the most polished game out there, it's not perfect, but it compensates a lot with ambition and effective immersion that hasn't been seen in the survival horror genre for quite some time, and definitely deserves praise for being so refreshing. This is Ice the Retro Kid, and if you liked the video, click the like button. If you didn't, feel free to dislike and tell me why you didn't like the video. If you'd like to see more content from this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, my handle being @IceTheRetroKid. Thanks for watching, and have a fabulous day.
Oh god, thank goodness I made it to the door. I'm gonna escape the zombies. Oh no, the door's locked. Oh no, a zombie! Wait, you walked too fast, actually, sorry. You walked too fast. You walked too fast. Okay, we get that.